What's good, everybody? It's your boy Namar here, back at it with another video. Here to bring you what if Naruto was the Purple Flash. Now, where we gonna start off at? Well, I'm gonna say we're gonna start off at it's gonna be Naruto. Oh yeah, team assignments. Now, Naruto should make it to the team assignment room, where she's I don't know last time if I did team assignments. Kind of hoping I didn't. So that way I'm not retelling it. But if I did do it and I am retelling it, then don't worry about it. But so Narco, she's just sitting and she already knows who her team is gonna be, mainly due to her being so close to the Hokage. He already told her in advance. Due to also knowing how the other kids in the class treated her, he knows that like only a select few will actually work with her. And if I did do teams, I'm gonna change up the teams. So team 1 through 6 will go as usual. Don't really know who they are. Don't really care. But when he gets to team 7, he says Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Kiba Inazaka. Now, the reason why I put Kiba's in that team is because the Hokage wants that to be at least have one tracker member in each team. So yeah, so team 8 will be Shino Aburame, I think that's how you say his name, Shikamaru Nara, and Naruto Uzumaki. Now, the reason why, even though even though Naruto does has a sensory ability, I put Shino on this team because even though it's gonna be a tracking team, it's also gonna be oh wait, no. I need to change up the teams. My bad. So the first team is gonna be Sakura Haruno. No, not Sakura Haruno. It's gonna be Ino Yamanaka, Sasuke, and Kiba. So that's gonna be like that. Then next one is gonna be Shino, Naruto, and Shikamaru. And then the last one is gonna be Sakura, Choji, who I left out, and Hinata. So that's gonna be the teams. And each team's gonna have one person that's at least a sensor or can use as a scout to point out. They're gonna have one person that's gonna be mainly for power, and then in each team there's also gonna be a healer. So in Naruto's team, the healer will be most likely Naruto. For team 7, it'll be Ino, and she'll also be used for interrogation. Naruto will also be used for interrogation. Um, and for team 10, the interrogator would be Hinata, but the healer would be both Hinata and Sakura. But Hinata will also be the taijutsu and hopefully, no, only make Toji the jutsu, like the ninjutsu, in the tank. So that's how those teams are gonna go. Now, Naruto knows of her two teammates' strength, and that Shikamaru is very intelligent. Is gonna probably be the better, like between Shino and Shikamaru, he's gonna be the better tacticianist. I think that's how you say it. So Naruto goes up to them and says, "Well, should we get to know each other better?" And Shikamaru and Shino goes, "Sure." Cause they both be sitting like close to each other. Just Shino's on the opposite aisle side of Shikamaru, and so they'll go up to the roof and they'll have a talk. Naruto was feeling generous and she made lunch for them. Like she already had lunch prepared and she made extra for whoever her teammates were gonna be before she knew that morning after she did her ninja info and stuff. And basically she gives the food to them and Shino, he enjoys the food, same with Shikamaru, and they both ask Naruto where she get the food from. And she says, "Well, I made it." Well, since we are going to be teammates, I guess I should tell y'all that whatever y'all saw in the academy was not my true skill. I had to hide myself due to the civilian council wanting to control me, but not only that, they tried to like you're trying to hinder my growth, which is why I also, you know, at the very, so I acted like, she's gonna say I acted very out of character. I'm not very loud. I my dislikes are nauseous people and people who just go straight off of hormones. Like if you're a male and like you think that like if you just think that you're just stronger than everybody just because like you're a male or like other stuff, like also arrogant people and people that like takes like that thinks Konoichis are weak. That's what she said. She also said I hate rapists and slave and people like make slaves and stuff. She also says I like um she says I like dongos, um meditating, quiet areas, sometimes watching clouds and some bugs. And she then says that as she looks at Shino for a little bit and kind of blushes. And yes, Narco like Shino in this one. So yeah. She also says I like to discover. I also like to read, especially on different juices or fluent juices, which I am a master in. I'm also a master in my kenjutsu, and I have learned some very high tier juices, but I would get into those juices another time. Right now, it's not really that important to talk about. And um, and so Shikamaru goes, "What are your hobbies?" She then says, "Well, my hobbies are studying. I guess bugs that can that are like good and like studying bugs from different areas of the world and watching clouds. Cause like she sometimes likes to be lazy and she likes the like different shapes of clouds that can come. She has a little bit of Nara inside of her. I'm gonna say that's gonna come from also her father's side. Um, and so Shigamari goes, you're not troublesome at all, unlike these other troublesome women. And this is where Naruto goes, I can't be. If I see you are slacking off on the training, and I know because of our sensei is gonna be Ozma Saratobi. He's also lazy, but I understand that you want to sharpen that's something that's already sharp, but that's gonna hold all of us back, and it could eventually get the team killed or some of your teammate injured if you keep slacking off like this, Shikamaru. I very much respect you for your strategies. I know that you're most likely going to be the tacticianist of the team, Shino the tracker, and me the interrogator and medic, but also a hard hitter. And this is where Shino goes, why do you say you're going to be those three? Well, I have some medic training underneath me that I learned from my mother, from the Edo Tensei. And um, And so, whenever I was learning from my mother, she taught me how to basically almost heal any dire situations. Like, I could do any surgery anywhere and stuff. The reason why I'm not a full on medic and stuff right now is due to the fact that I had to wait for the Hokage to give me permission to do the test. But not only that, the civilians of the village would not really like me. So I'm going to probably have to do it in an on-boot facility with the Hokage watching to make sure I get a free, like it's fair and stuff for me. And the Hokage has a bunch of medic on-boots that do not hate me, so they can also take my test for me, or like teach me how to do that test. And Shikamaru, Shino nods his head, saying with Shikamaru. This Shikamaru goes, well, my likes, I like to sleep and watch clouds. My dislikes are troublesome things. My hobbies, sleeping and watching clouds. This is where Naruto goes, okay. And also, he also says also another one of my hobbies are playing Shogi. I think that's the name of it. This is where Shino goes, my likes are bugs. He goes, my likes are bugs, and I just like anyone that hates bugs. My hobbies are to make a is to like learn about bugs. He just says and yeah just imagine Shikamaru. Well, Shikamaru goal would be to is to find a wife, a normal wife, have some kids, retire, blase blase, stuff like that. And she knows and she knows she knows goals are to no. Naruto goal is to become a very strong and respected Kunoichi and to have her own team and a family. Shino says my goal is to make a different type of species, like different type of species of bugs, and to make a bigger hive and have a family. That's Shino's goal. And then this is where Narco says, I think we should all practice or like do some training together, as in like taijutsu and stuff, and try to combine everything we know about each other. Like I said earlier, I am a master in kenjutsu and fuinjutsu. I have a few I'm not gonna lie, I do have a few elemental ninjutsu down and some regular ninjutsu that's like that elemental. I can also I also have very good stealth in order to sneak around Ambu and stuff. So yeah, and this is where Shikamaru nods. He then says Shino, and Shino nods as well. And Shikamaru goes, Shino, what all jutsus do you know other than the academy and clan jutsus? He says, I don't really know any other. I haven't even tested my elemental affinity yet. This is where Shikamaru nods. He goes, okay. And he says, I don't know any other clan jutsus. So yeah, Naruto, you're gonna beat right now our main ninjutsu. So Shino, what all ninjutsus doesn't affect your bugs? This is what Shino goes, fire jutsus will not affect them because they're immune to fire jutsu. But water jutsus will mess me up. Wind jutsus will cut them most likely. This is where Naruto then goes, what if I do a combination jutsu where I mix my fire and wind together? I shoot a fire jutsu and it will whenever I shoot a fire jutsu and use a wind jutsu, like if I use a great fireball and then wind style great breakthrough, would that affect your bugs at all? And he goes, it might. Honestly, I really don't know, due to the fact I never really used my bugs against a ninjutsu user, because my family mainly uses our bugs. So yeah, this is where she goes, okay, well, at least that's good to know, just in case I do decide to do that. So how about we get to sparring to learn each other's fighting style? They nod and they do the spar, and they see that like their styles and combat and stuff, and taijutsu, kenju, and also kenjutsu and stuff. Like they even added their own collaboration juices, like all of them together. Where she used a fire style great fireball to hide Shino's bugs, and Shikamaru also uses the fire style for the shadow possession jutsu after Shino bugs attached to the person. And what it would do is that it's just that like basically it'll make like whoever they trap easy to drain, or if he does get away from the bugs, the shadow of the bugs with the fireball will basically help Shikamaru capture them way easier. So this is where Ozma is just watching. He's like, He then says, it looks like I probably won't even have to test y'all. Anyways, it's like that's what he's thinking in his head. I'm not gonna say he says that. He's thinking that in his head. And Narco then says, I sense someone watching us. She says it low where the other two can hear. They'll nod their head, and then this is where Shikamaru goes, how far is they from us? This is where she goes, not that far. He's behind us and 30 degrees to the left. And Shikamaru then goes, okay, On the count of three, we're gonna use that tactic against him, and if he does get away from it, I'm gonna Narco. I'm gonna need you to rush onto sword. Shino, I need you to use bugs to cover her, and I will be mid range throwing kunais and shuriken. Or no, he's gonna say Shino, I need you to use kunais and shuriken to cover her, while I use my shadow possession where I can capture the person that way. This is where Shino nod his head, and Narco goes high, and on three, they use their combination jutsu, where basically Azuma he gets away very quickly because he's seen how it works, and if the target was to move out of the way, how the shadow would have got him, and so he got away very quickly, and that's when Narco would rush him with Kenjutsu, and so Azuma he will take out his daggers or his knuckle daggers, and he will go he about to rush Narco until a few kunais and Shuriken was going fine around Narco, coming from Shino, and as the kunais are flying, that's to when Narco she throws a few of her own kunais and shuriken at an angle, and this is where Azuma sees it late, but that's when one of Shikamaru's shadows will come and attach himself to Azuma, and so Azuma now has is not captured by Shikamaru, and and so he goes, y'all have very good teamwork. Y'all pass. And then he goes, so you're our sensei. This is where Asuma goes, yes, I am. But I will say one thing. Your plan could have worked a lot better. If I was to use ninjutsu as you were rushing me, Narco, I could have. This is where Narco says I would have probably countered you. Since I can sense that you're a wind and fire user, I would use water and fire as well. This one's where Asuma goes, so you know your elemental affinities. She then goes, yes. And if I did give Naruto's elemental affinities last video, to scrap it, she has all 5 elements. Yeah. And she goes, yes, I have all 5 actually. And they're all very strong itself. But I only have a few jutsus, some protective and some attacking, like defensive and attacking jutsus. But I don't really like using them because I feel like it can put my teammates at risk, and the only time I will use the jutsu is to counter or to do a collaboration jutsu with my own team. I mean, this makes Asuma smile. He goes, you're very smart, especially when it comes to using the jutsu. She then goes, yeah. But Asuma says, well, I will go report back to my father that y'all passed my test. Meet at training ground 10 tomorrow at 6. And just be ready to train. The first month I'm gonna strictly train y'all, but after that you can do whatever. And we're gonna start doing missions. You're gonna start off at D rank. I'm not gonna lie to you. D rank to me is a bunch of chores, and we have to unfortunately start there. After we start with the D rank, we can move up to the C rank after we get a select few. And also once I decide that y'all are ready for them, no sooner. In our goes, that's very much reasonable. I mean, C ranks are supposed to be harder for a reason. And this is where Shikamaru goes, yeah, it'll be too troublesome to do harder missions when we're not ready. And this is when he says, yeah, but D rank missions are the worst. As he says that with a shudder, and the others are looking like, come on, Sensei. We know D ranks are probably bad from the way you're talking about them, but I mean, it's just missions to us. And honestly, I have a way to easily do the D rank missions. And this is where Azuma goes, what do you mean? Well, I mean, you know how much chakra I have, right? And he goes, yes, you already have cage level chakra reserves. Why? This is where she goes, well, think about it. All I would have to use was cage bunching, and I can get the missions done fairly quick. And Azuma's like, oh, right, you do have that. Well, Team 10 is very lucky to have you then. And this is where Ozma says, well, I must go and report now. I'll see y'all guys back here at this training ground tomorrow. Hugh then also goes, oh, and Narco, can you come with me, please? Narco would nod his head, and basically Ozma will come to the we'll go to Akage with Ozma, and the other team leaders are there. As they'll go, Ozma, why did you bring her with you? And they think that Narco's the dead last, which, in all honesty, she is technically due to her kind of hiding her skills, but also under Hokage's orders, too. And Ozma goes, I don't know about that. She kind of has a lot of skills to be considered a Guinea. I mean, her Kenjutsu, I can tell. I overheard her and the team was talking. She obviously knows a few things in Kenjutsu and Ninjutsu that I don't think a Guinea should know. And also the fact that she also has all 5 chakra elements. Yeah, I don't know about that. And so basically, everybody would look at Naruto and Hiruzen goes, "You have all 5 elements." I didn't know about that. I knew that you're very good at flint jutsu. And after I give you those flint jutsu books, you put the shadow clones to use and master it. But I did not know about your chakra elements. She said, "Yeah, I mastered my chakra elements at the age of 6." And they're all like, wait. How did you get that? How did you get chakra paper in the first place? Narco then goes, well, I mean, I run away from Anbu. I'm undetectable by Anbu. And I have a hinge that is legitimate like transformation. Like if I was to do it, you couldn't get rid of it. Only I can. So like, I mean, what's so hard about me doing that? And this is where they go, huh? And hers is like, wait. You have a hinge that can't be dispelled? And she goes, yes, I do. And the reason why I never told you is simple, actually. It's mainly because, 1, you didn't ask. And 2, I needed it so that way no one would stop me from getting groceries, even though they really couldn't tell. But I didn't want any ninjas trying to fight anyone they see or try to kick out. And to me, knowing that a few of the ninjas here was also against me when I was growing up. And recently, he looks back at his ninjas. He goes, do I have to mind walk through all of you, or do you want to just come clean? Or does she have to point you out? Because she also has photographic memory. And they're all there just pale. They're like, wait a minute. When you say photographic memory, you mean like, and they're like, yes, she has photographic memory, literally. And she knows exactly who attacked her and exactly who didn't. So, like, if you did, you might as well go ahead and come clean about it and at least attempt to get less of a harsh punishment. Some of them step forward and they go, yeah, I did. I was very drunk today, but I don't really take that as an excuse for my actions. And then the person will bow down. He says, Narco, I'm sorry for the way I acted when I was under the influence, and I will take full responsibility if you do deem that my punishment should be dire. This is where she says, well, honestly, all the ninjas that just step forward into admit some punishment, I just want to have a whole month worth of doing D-rank mission, mainly Cancer and Tora. Yes, I know about Tora, old man. And I swear, if I get that mission, that cat will not be alive when I'm done. And everybody there's like, wait, what you mean by that? Like that, Hiruzen like, wait, I'm gonna need you not to kill that cat, if possible. This is where Hiruzen goes, Naruto goes, I don't know about that one. And you know that cat's also a summon, right? It's a summon that's been locked away by the Uchiha clan, which is why the cat can't go away. And everybody's there like, wait a minute. So you telling me, due to the Uchiha clan, that cat is there? That's what Hiruzen said. And Naruto goes, yeah. It's been there since you were beginning. Yes, I already know. I have the cat summoning contract, and I'm right now working on fixing where the fuck the Uchihas did to the cat. So yeah. Also, I have multiple summons. I have the Phoenix. No, 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 no. She won't have the Phoenix summon. I have the cat summon, the wolf summon, the dog summon. Yes, Kakashi. She looks like Kakashi, who just got there. Yes, you heard me. At the dog summoning. Don't ask. I also have the Falcon summon, Owl summon. Um, I have the Boar summon, the Scorpion summon. I have a lot of summons, just because I really just want them, like, I want them in the bed. Thanks to the Kibby, I'm able to go to any summoning world I want. Also, GG, yes, I have the Monkey summoning. Don't even ask. You don't know, but I have a bunch of tattoos on my arm. I even have a dragon summon. And they are the second strongest summons. I don't have the first strongest summon due to the fact I have not yet to encounter them. In the first set of summon, like the strongest summons, I'm gonna make it a Hydra. Yes, Hydras in this one not be considered as a dragon. I don't know. Yeah, no. Hydras are gonna be completely different. Yeah, I'm looking for it now, but it's gonna be very hard for me to get to that world um, due to how the seals was made back then to control them from keeping them out because they were one bloodthirsty Hydra that tried to destroy the world, and basically they are kind of shutting themselves out so that way no other nature, place, and stuff will be destroyed by them. Now, Now, Naruto is saying this to Horizon. And everybody's there's this wide eye, and someone was like, "Can we buy some summoning off you, like some of the summoning contracts?" And this is where she goes, "Hell no, no, like those are gonna be strictly for my family, and they are also given to me by the summoning himself due to my pure heart and the fact that I'm only gonna use them in battle if necessary." They don't like being used, if you haven't noticed. Hell, not even the toads and slugs likes to be used in fucking battles. But they know it's necessary in times. Or for just crazy reasons. Also, I hang out with my summons. Mainly play poker. But that's for me to know, y'all to find out. And if anyone wants to lose on poker, like, please feel free to play me. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting some extra money off of y'all. She says this, and she basically like says this with a smirk on her face, and some of them are just thinking, "Oh, she's totally on if we ever play poker." But guys, I'll be ending this off here. If you do like it, please leave a like, leave a comment. Peace.